Hello and welcome to this After Effects tutorial about sequencing layers. Sequencing layers simply means playing one layer after the other, sometimes with an overlap, sometimes without it. Let's get to it. Here in After Effects, I'm going to create a new composition. So Control or Command N, and I'm just going to call it Sequence. And I'm just going to create a new solid. So Control or Command Y creates a new solid. I'm going to make this one red. Then I'm going to duplicate it twice, and I'm going to have this one be green. Shift Control Y, Shift Command Y to change the properties. I'll make this one blue. And finally, Shift Command Y, Shift Control Y, and I'll make this one green. I'm going to change the duration of these to be 1 second, so I just moved the playhead to 1 second, and now I'm going to select all of the layers. I'm going to press and hold Alt, which is Option on the Mac, and I'm going to use the right square bracket. And now all of my layers are shortened to 1 second. Now, all of them are still selected, so I can right-click, go to Keyframe Assistant, Sequence, Layers. You can also find this under Animation, Keyframe Assistant, Sequence Layers. And then this dialog opens up. If we wanted to overlap the layers, we would click here, but we don't want to in this case, so let's just click OK, and now our layers play one right after the other. First, second, third. All right? Now, if we wanted to overlap them, and I'm going to undo this, Control or Command Z. If we wanted to overlap them, we do the same thing, Keyframe Assistant, Sequence Layers, click on Overlap. And now we can say, hey, you know what? Let's have this overlap last 15 frames. So just type 15, and now click OK, and now they overlap by 15 frames. Now, let's undo that. Go back to Keyframe Assistant Sequence Layers, and now we can have the front layer dissolve. Click OK, and now this is what we have. The one layer fades into the other. And this is kind of cool because if we did this with videos, let me go ahead and import some videos. I'll import these 3 videos. And we put them in the timeline. Then we could do the same thing. So I'm going to start these layers at the beginning, and I'm going to have each one of them last 2 seconds. So Alt or Option, right square bracket. They're still selected. So right-click, Keyframe Assistant, Sequence Layers. And now overlap, dissolve front layer. And this is what we have. The one layer dissolves into the other. And that's really cool. Now, I'm going to undo that. And this time, I'm going to select the layers in a different order. So the last one first, press and hold Control or Command, then the first one, then the middle one. And now I'm going to do the same thing, right-click, Keyframe Assistant, Sequence Layers, and notice that it's following the layer selection order. Let's see how this works. You can see clearly that it works just the same, except we selected things in a different order. So it's kind of difficult for me to wrap my head around this stacking order. So I'm going to undo. And if I really wanted this one to be first, then the middle one to be second, I would just put them in that order, select them in that order, right-click, Keyframe Assistant, Sequence Layers, and boom, that looks so much better and easier for my brain to wrap itself around that concept. All right, so this brings us to the end of this tutorial about automatically sequencing layers in After Effects. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next video.